Hey guys, so I went to the Star Wars pop-up that Miniso had at the Square One location. Originally, for some reason, I got the days mixed up when I first initially saw their post of the actual Star Wars pop-up, but then I realized it was later in May, which is right now when I'm filming. So yeah, they still have it. By the time you see this video, probably not, but they might have already merged, if once you see this video, they might have already merged their Star Wars stuff into their regular stores, which is normally what they do. Like, first they have, some pop-ups for, some big brands sometimes, and then eventually they'll just merge it into the regular store afterwards. So, yeah. Anyways, I didn't buy that many things. There was a lot of stuff that was more so blind boxes, and I really didn't want a lot of blind boxes of Grogu. Um, there were apparently Star Wars keycaps, but I also didn't purchase that because it was like a clicky thing. It's not necessarily you attach it to a keyboard, but it's just like you stand it on the desk and you click them. However, I don't think I need keycaps. I'm not too much of a fidgeter. Like, sometimes I do, but not that often, and I don't have a desk space anyways right now with my whole accommodations thing. So basically, I only purchased some things because most of it was plushies, blind boxes. There was quite a few things here and there that I potentially would have bought, but I just didn't really like the designs too much. I don't know. I was being picky that day, so but it's a good thing that I'm picky because I really just wanted to save some money for the most part. I didn't want to purchase a lot of it. Um Most of it, actually, I will be honest, my dad paid for it initially. I don't know if he's gonna ask me to pay for some of it, but anyways, I might. Um but yeah, I have the receipt here for the stuff. The first thing was this tote bag. Now there were first off, I'll leave some photos here. I only took 4 photos because there wasn't that many things to take photos of, and I didn't want to take photos of people in the store. So I only took 4 photos of the outside part of the pop-up, so they'll be here somewhere. So yeah. But anyways, there were backpacks, but uh, 2 of them were Darth Vader themed. Basically, they were all just one of them was Darth Vader themed, and it was just black with Darth Vader on it. And then there was another one that had the spaceships inside the Star Wars logo, the lettering. However, the whole backpack was black as well, so I didn't really like that it was all just dark colors for the most part. Not even just dark colors, just black to begin with. And then there was a little purse that I was interested in. However, it was also black, and the only symbol on it for the Star Wars was the imperialism sign, and I don't know why I didn't want it. But yeah, I ended up not getting it. I guess I'm more someone who remembers most of the good characters, so I would have preferred something with the good characters and the light colors and stuff like that. But for some reason, a lot of it was dark themed. Um, but yeah, anyways, there was a couple tote bags. This one was the cutest one. I think the other one says the Mandalorian or something, and then it had the desert theme. But I just wanted something with Grogu on it. My dad said it was cute, so he would buy it for me. So this one, I guess, is for him, from him for sure. So yeah, and then it has these little guys, which are these engineers. Apparently, they're droid engineer mechanics, so they basically can fix and make droids, which is super cute. They're super tiny compared to Grogu, and Grogu's already really small. I haven't seen the movie yet. When I'm filming this, however, I do intend on seeing it later on. It's just I always push back watching movies now, especially when it comes to when they first release, just because it's normally so busy with crowds of people and stuff, especially big movies, because it is Star Wars and Mandalorian. So yeah, I haven't seen the show either because I don't have Disney Plus. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually really watch it. But maybe eventually, who knows. But I know my friends have watched it and they said it was good. So this is the backside. It just has the logo. The only thing about this material though on the canvas is that I'm afraid eventually it will scratch off just because it is elevated on there. It's not like printed like embedded on there. It's like it is elevated. And then it does have these tags. I don't know why there's 2 tags for everything. I even cut off some of the ones on the plushies that I'm going to show you, but it had 2 tags as well. Like, it could have just been one. It kind of seems like too much cardboard going on, but I guess I will keep some of it then. This one is the tote bag. It was $13.55 after tax Canadian, which is what I'm reading from the receipt. The good thing about this tote bag though is it's a fairly nice tote bag, like size, like a standard one, and you do get to zip it up. So there is a zipper. So if you do bring this outside shopping, or if you're gonna use it as like a purse, like putting your stuff inside, at least there's a zipper on it. I don't really like open tote bags because if you go to some crowded places, there are like the pickpocketers, so have to be careful. I normally only bring tote bags for stuff that like I'm buying, but not necessarily the stuff that I would put in a purse per se. So I normally have like a separate like crossbody bag on me. So yeah, but this is nice for like a little bit of shopping. It's not too big, it's more like a standard one. So yeah, the first thing that I got was this hand towel. Probably gonna use it for the kitchen because I do also have this Donald Duck one, but it's from sorry, I don't know why my throat is scratchy, but it's from Miniso, and that's a different brand, and it's like a Donald Duck like butt basically, but it's like a hand towel. This one is Grogu, of course, so I have him now. It's just his face. The back doesn't have anything extra, and it does have one tag only, which is better than the other ones. It does have this part. You can cut it off, but it's just like all the warnings and stuff like that. This one was $7.90 after tax. It's not too bad for a hand towel. Like, this is definitely something I will use probably in the kitchen. We have towels like this for the kitchen normally. And then I'll take this one behind me because it's actually my brother's, but he left it on the table. I just wanted to show you guys like everything that I got. So, sorry. Okay, so these 2 are embroidery, plush embroidered stickers. So they're both of Grogu. I think these were the only designs. There were pins as well, but the thing about enamel pins and stuff like that is that they look very nice, and then you spend money on it, and I don't want to put it on a bag and it gets ruined, so we didn't buy pins. Originally my brother was looking for keychains, however their keychains were more like, I don't know, it's just not keychains we would want. First off, one of them was literally the helmet of a, what's his name? What are they called again? The stormtroopers. And then they had like, I don't know why they had like a blue lightsaber with them, but it was like very big for a keychain, and the lightsaber was a bit too long, so it would get in the way. So we didn't buy that. There was also a Darth Vader helmet one, I think, too. A lot of the keychains though were metal, and I don't like those because they're very heavy, and like, I don't know, in terms of bringing stuff outside on my bag, I don't know how I feel about like this very heavy metal piece like just on my bag, and then if it hits something, will it break and stuff like that. So we just opted for these embroidery patch stickers. I did check to see that it said stickers because I don't want to get like just an embroidery patch that I have to iron on. I feel like stickers are like easier for me to put like in different places. So yeah. So this one is my brother's. I think they're $6.99 each. So this one is Grogu and he has a little butterfly. Super cute. And then this one is mine. So I don't know what this is, but then again, I've never seen the show, so I don't know what this is. But this does have Grogu in like his little space thingy where it's like the orb that he goes around in. It's kind of like a seat for him, I guess. I should really like look into stuff before like getting stuff. And then I got these 3 plushies. So they did have magnet plushies where they had a magnet on the bottom and then you could put it through your shirt. Originally I wanted one, but my brother was like, why do you need a buddy on your shoulder? And I was like, because I do. But I opted for keychains because I don't know, I feel like they're just better, so I can just put them in a bag, like an Ida bag or something. So yeah. I think these are $13.55. No, wait. They're like, I don't know why there's different pricing. One of them is one of them is $19.20, and then one of them is and then 2 of them are $16.94. I don't know which one was the most expensive one, because Miniso doesn't have prices on their price tag. It's normally on the shelves and the hangers that they put them on. So I'm not too entirely sure which one was which price. But yeah, I didn't even know they were more expensive than each other, because honestly, it's sometimes hard to see the price, and then I just grabbed them. So that was just me. So yeah, so the first one I bought was Chewy. They did have the droids, but unfortunately I didn't buy them. Some of the designs I didn't really like. They were like too chunky looking. But they did have BB-8, and then C-3PO, and then R2-D2, and I would have gotten all of them, but the thing is, like, I was also trying to save, like, be on a budget for it, so I just got Chewie. So here's Chewie, and then they didn't have Obi-Wan, so unfortunately he doesn't have his buddy, but his face is embroidered. He looks very fluffy. And then he does have like his crossbow and like his sash over here. These are made out of felt, nothing really special in terms of material. This clip, however, I probably will just keep them in bags like this, like use them like plushies rather than putting them on bags, because I've had experience with the Miniso clips. These strings are not good. They will like, when they hang and then they twist, eventually the strings become loose, so I'm just not gonna bother hanging them like that. I don't know why. It seems like the Miniso keychains always have that issue, so I'm not gonna bother with like using this like as an actual hanger. It can be on him, but it's not gonna be like hanging from a bag, so that way it doesn't break. But it's super cute. And then I got this Stormtrooper. They did have Darth Vader, but I didn't really like how it looked. Also, I don't need Darth Vader anyways, but I don't know why I really wanted a Stormtrooper. So this is what the tag looks like. It's 2 of them. The Chewbacca did have the same tag. I just took it off. But yeah. That's what he looks like. They only had one design though for the Stormtrooper. I know there's like multiple variants and stuff, but this is the one that they chose. And now I don't know why my nose is running, but okay. And then this is the last one. So this is Grogu, and I chose the one with the cookie. My brother said this was the cutest, so I just chose this one. However, there were different designs. There was one where his eyes were open and then he wasn't holding the cookie. Unfortunately, there was not one where he was eating the frog alien thing that he eats. it was more so like the bigger plushies had it, but I didn't want like a massive plushie. Also, I already have a Build-A-Bear Yoda, like Baby Yoda, like Grogu. I don't know why I still say Baby Yoda. It's Grogu. But anyways, I do have a Build-A-Bear of Grogu himself, so I was thinking maybe I don't need another big plush of him, even though like one of them was eating the frog. So yeah, but this was good enough. And lastly, because I was a member, they gave these like acrylic display pieces. Now, I think there were more than 2 designs, but when I got there, for some reason, they only had 2 designs that they were showing, so maybe they ran out of the other designs for now. But there was one that says the Mandalorian, and it was basically just the desert, and it looked very plain, so my brother told me to choose the Darth Vader one, which I would agree with him because it does have a character on it. So sorry, it's a very reflective. But it does have the sticker thing on it that I have to peel off. So I'll do that eventually when I display it somewhere. But for now, I'll keep it on to protect it. But yeah, it's just Darth Vader. And then you can just pull it out like this. So you don't see anything in the background until you pull it out. Which is kind of cool. But it's more just like a display piece rather than anything really. I honestly don't know what to do with it except for just put it on a table. But yeah, but it's nice. It was free, so if you remember, you do get that. And then I'm not sure. I may have gotten a percentage off just because I don't know if I got any percentage off, but you can get a percentage off if you spend over like $100 or something, if you remember, or like a coupon or something. But this was all that I got. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll make sure like at the beginning I left some pictures for you guys to see. But yeah, I didn't take that much because I was shy. Also, like, I don't like taking photos where there's so many people because some people don't want to be on camera, so I have to respect that as well. So I don't want to be in the store taking photos everywhere. I was going to show my friend, but honestly, since it was a small like area, the pop-up stores, like, they look big on the outside, but when you go inside, it's just like it's small. So basically, I didn't take as many photos as I thought I would. But yeah, that's it for this video though. Bye!